Everybody, I know it's been a while since I did a long form. Just been kind of so busy doing the shorts to try to grow the channel, and my views haven't been sorry about the finger. My views haven't been what they were as far as the long form. So I was like, and I know I got to get back in the algorithm. So I'm going to do a couple of these that are not typically like the best way to do the video or whatever. But I'm starting with me showing you what I've been up to. So I got this Camaro fender I'm working on. Hood. I got the front bumper over there on the other side. I'll walk over there in a second. I got sheet metal in for the El Camino. If you've been watching, if y'all watch the shorts as well, I know my day ones, my dogs, they watching, they watch at least one of either one. So I know I know two people guaranteed, and that's Slays and Nate. You know what I'm saying? I know my boy Lance, he pull in sometime, say check me out. You know what I'm saying? But I drop so much, I know it'd probably be overwhelming. And for you guys that's watching it and y'all catching all these videos, watching, hours and hours of, content, like I get it. Like I wouldn't want to force y'all to watch it. I'm trying to get other people to check it out, hopefully, but you know how YouTube works. But in the interest of making content and videos and stuff, I know, like, come on. Even the camera, I got to point the camera the other way, and it kind of makes it. And then I got to figure out how to switch it back to make sure I'm not on the wrong side of the camera. Anyway, I've been at it. It's been just, other than it being painful and whooping my back, I've been doing all right. So I just do a little bit, take a break, do a bit more, take a break. If that day I get up and my back's not acting right, I'm not doing anything. I'll just lay in my bed until the pain goes away. Sometimes it takes 2 days. But luckily, hasn't been affected me too much, so I'm still getting a little stuff done. So, I'm proud of these fenders. I just don't like these little dings that came from it. It's a repop fender, so it's not great. And these came in. I found a guy that could fabricate those pieces for me, because if not, I have to purchase. It's a whole, basically from here, this. And it comes with that little extension, plus it goes to the rocker panel. And that thing's like $800 for each side. I'm like, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying that. So that's $1,600. I mean, this car is just like, be honest with you, everybody that knows, this is not like a project like, okay, I'm going to get this car, I'm going to keep this car, and I'm having it forever. No. I'm literally wanted to get it, build it, paint it, and eventually get to my bus. So this is supposed to be my stair step to my bus. So I got rid of the bug to get this, fix this up. That's what the initial plan was. Not to spend too much money. That's why I didn't, that's why when everybody knows about the little paint fiasco, the priming fiasco with the Bondo guy, like I didn't want, like he's trying to make me spend money, and he was trying to get me to spend, okay, I'll just tell you guys. He wanted me to basically spend like $10,000 to get him to paint the car, when it doesn't cost that much to paint this car. It doesn't cost that much for body work. If I count hours and all that stuff, it's not a $10,000. He wouldn't have done, even unless he was taking off all my sheet metal and I'm giving him new sheet metal. And so that means I'm paying for everything. And at the same time, I was paying for all materials. I'm not spending $10,000. He's like, well, you can just get out your 401k. What? Please, bro. Come on now. Get out of here. Please. No. And so that made it like, okay, I didn't like it. But I just kept on. I said, you know what? Let me just finish the car. So I just kind of did what I had to do to get him out of my way, and just going to just, do what I want to do in the first place. Because I didn't want to spend more money. In terms of me putting it together, I started saying, okay, well, let me just get the body work done. But I kept seeing a line. The lines weren't straight, and I'm getting frustrated. So people bring it to my attention, but I was trying to like blind myself to it. Like, I don't want to think about it, because if I think about it, I'm going to have to do those things. I'm going to have to straighten these lines out. So then when I did, I said, if I do, I'm opening up a can of worms, and that can of worms is going to be very expensive. It's going to take me back to that number that we just mentioned before, of the guy trying to get me to spend $10,000 without even do. Imagine this. And this is before seeing this. And he would have bypassed that. No, he would have bypassed that, because it would have been no fender removal, which is going to be some blocking, some this, some of that, shoe low paint. They want $10,000 and some Bondo. I'm cool. I'm cool. I've been there. I wouldn't advise anybody to do anything like that. Anyway, so this happens, and then so I try to go get the part and get the part made. The guy tells me just to make those two pieces with the tabs, $300 some bucks. I just spent A little over $500 for those parts to come in. So it's like every little part starts to, cost money, and it slows down the time of me having this car completed to where I can, at least drive it. Because once I get that part done, I still got, if you don't know, suspension to do. I got suspension to do. I got body bushings, suspension, steering components. I have to change all those. I replace those at the same time. Rear end, I would need a posi. Average posi, the cost of a posi, everybody's telling me I think it's a 10 bolt in here. It's about roughly around, let me say like $1,900 to $2,000, $2,100. So I'm like, okay, no, can't do that. Not gonna do that. Not yet. I mean, because it's another thing that's building up. And at the same time, okay, with what I paid for the car and what I've invested so far, I'm about $13,000, and that's no exaggeration. And I haven't even spent that much. I was just buying the car, the body with the motor in it, $6,500. I usually don't tell nobody the number, but I'm just put the number out there. So I paid $6,500. I didn't even argue, didn't haggle, didn't feel like, doing checking for us because the guy's, pretty cool anyway. At the same time, I wasn't looking for a show car. I was just looking for a nice car. And at the end of the day with this car, it was supposed to be a cool 50-footer. So everything that turns into something that where I'm spending more money, I was not ever signing up. I didn't sign up for any of that. And I'm not signing up for it. But I did that. So that was $65. Plus I paid somewhere around $5,000 or whatever as far as the motor so far. And, Matt looked out for me a lot, when it came to the motor and everything. So I'm not, I definitely won't complain about that. He did a great job. There's nothing to complain about. Anyway, so shout out to him at SRG. But in this process, it's just like, okay, that's already close to 10. I played both close to $11,000 before that. And then I had to pay another guy $1,100 to do the front brakes. He did the front brakes and rotors. The brakes and rotors, doing the brakes in the rear, and he said he did something else that I can't even see, and then he said he changed the shocks in the front. I asked him to check the bushings, but for some reason he decided not to do that, but then he said I was okay, and then I find out it wasn't okay. But anyway, I'm not going to cry. It's too late to cry now. Anyway, so I'm knowing already that the bushings and stuff already did the price and stuff on that, so that's like $500-$600 just for the parts. Then I got to do the labor. My friend's going to help me, my boy Keith. So that's what the deal with this is. We're going to be doing I'll do the body work. He wants to paint his car and, do stuff like that. So I'll do the body work. He'll paint the car. So if the body work suck, it's on me. But if the paint job suck, it's on him. And so, but we both get to do something cool. You know what I mean? Because that's the main thing about it. So it's not about perfection, but we're going to try to do our best. And that's the main thing I say now. Like, even with the body work, like, it's 1,000 ways to do body work. They always tell you go spend all this money to get a technician to do the car. If you don't got the money to pay a technician to do it, go to YouTube University and you'll learn how to do it. Even if you're not doing it right, it's not perfect. You did it, and it's a different feeling from paying somebody to build a car than you building it just, then you yourself. It's gratifying. Like, it feels like I did something. It's not like just I gave this dude my money and then he made the car, he built the car. So if anybody tells you otherwise, like, oh, you have to pay a technician, okay, so like, how do you learn? At the same time, let's say you're curious about it. Why would you just say, okay, I'm going to pay technicians. I'm only going to pay a mechanic. If you got a cool mechanic friend that's willing to teach you tricks, not tricks of the trade, to take his job, because that's what usually people think when you try to learn how to do this stuff. I don't want to do this body. I don't want to do body as a job. Like, I don't want to do body work as a job like that. I did it with my friend as a business, and it was stressful. I just say the least, like what they was going through, because I didn't have to go through 90% of it. I was just there to do work and, saying whatever. But like, when it comes to that stuff, it's stressful. Like, you got to deal with EPA, you got to deal with buying materials, you got to keep employees paid, you got to make sure deadlines are met. And then sometimes that customer you might have gave a deal to, you say, okay, I usually charge $4,000 for a paint job back then when paint jobs was like $4,000. You would charge a guy, okay, I'll give you a break. Instead of $4,000, I'll give it to you for $2,800. Just bring it on. I'm gonna knock it out in between my other stuff. That same person might be the one that got the discount, might come in there and pick the car apart worse than the guy that's paying the $4,000 with no argument. So it's like I don't want to deal with that. I just want to do it as a hobby, something to do to keep me, I'm older. I'm retired now. I need something to do, keep myself busy. It's nothing like whatever. I'm not trying to stress myself out about it. Even with paying people, I don't want to. If it's something I can try to do, I will definitely try to do it. If I can call my boy V8 because I can text him at any time of day, he'll respond to me and he'll give me some advice. My boy Slade, the same thing. I can text him, I can call him, my Facebook Messenger, whatever, and then I can get the advice I need. But I just, at this point, I'm kind of like, I'm to myself, it's like kind of what I was trying to get to at the point for this video was basically wanted to ask y'all, if you got this far, what do you think I should do, man? Should I go on? I'm finishing it. I got to finish what I have so far, fixing it, creating them brackets or whatever, those braces, because those other parts, I can put mine on and all that stuff. But as far as this car, right? Should I just go on and just get it close? Don't get it perfect, because I'm not trying to get it perfect, because the goal is, if I can get over $10,000 to $12,000, 10, 12 grand cash, that leaves me a decent amount, or maybe hopefully 12, 13, because I did put as the motor's a little hopped up, and I put it together nicely, and I package it right properly. I think that'd be great, you know what I'm saying? But what would you do if you were in my situation and the money isn't like, yeah, the money is, because I would say it's not a concern, but it is a concern. Like, I don't want to overspend money. I don't have like a ridiculous amount of money. At the same time, I don't want to be building this car for 5, 10 years. I don't want to do it. I don't want to have a car in the garage for a long period of time. I want to kind of get in and then drive it. Because that's the main thing of building these cars. Like, you not just to sit and work on it all fucking day. Sorry for cussing, but excuse my French. But sometimes you don't want to work on these fucking cars all fucking day. You just want to kind of like enjoy these, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy them. So like, it's because like then if you just do all this work, then all of a sudden you don't want to get a scratch on it. You worried about this, and it's too many headaches, and I kind of don't want to deal with that. I just want to build the car, enjoy the car, hopefully get it for somebody that want to buy it. They buy it for the price the price that makes sense, and not trying to rip me off, and I'm not trying to rip them off when we both walk away with no injuries. And that's it. And I can go to the next one, because I really want to get to my buddy got a bay window bus right now, and it's just calling me. And everybody know I got out of Volkswagens to get back into Volkswagens, but I just want to get at a different height now. I'm in a different level now, because Beetles are fine, but they have they don't go for much. They go for some now. People are asking more for them now, but at the same time, to get to the next kind of VW, it's a struggle. So I got to make enough money in this to get to the bus, because I don't want to keep 2 or 3 projects. I'm not going to do it. I grew up in a house where my dad did that. He had a bunch of projects and nothing ever was finished. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. So I don't want to be in that situation where I have a bunch of cars unfinished, and they never see get to the point where life gets to doing whatever it does, and then you just got a bunch of cars sitting in the yard. I'm not going to do it. I would build a car, get to a point, and then if I can't do anything and I don't get no satisfaction out of it, because this car is starting to do that to me right now, like mentally, with buying these new parts and this new little thing that comes up, it's kind of making me not like it as much. So I'm like more willing to get rid of it. At the same time, I'm kind of like frustrated, because then I'm not going to get some of the return on what I invested. And this $14,000, I don't think I did all accounting, because I'm not including my actual labor, what I had to get that guy to like get out of my face and still have an attitude, talk to me crazy and whatever. I had to buy a compressor to do the paint. I had to buy paint guns. I had to go buy sandpaper. I had to buy blocks. I started from, if anybody follow me, I started this car from zero. So I had no tools to start with. So I moved into this garage, started buying parts. Like, I didn't say moved into the house. I said move into the garage. I live in the house, but I'm spending my time in the garage. So I had to buy wrenches, ratchets, whatever. Anything I'm using right now, I had to go purchase, because I didn't have it. And so I'm doing all that. And so it might be more than 14,000. So I got a nice chunk of change in just investing in buying stuff to do the job, and doing the job, a lot of it myself. Well, getting it right myself, because I didn't like the first. Yeah, I had to basically start all over. Anyway, so like, I know this is a long video, and I didn't show my face, and I didn't do a bunch of camera changes and do actual work. If you watch this video, thank you very much. Anyway, I just want to. I think I'm gonna end it here. If you got any comments, any suggestions, any ideas, whatever, just put them up. Like leave a comment in the description. Because that really helps. And that's the reason why I'm gonna probably do these kind of videos, like maybe 2 of these a week, where I just rant. If they get low views, I don't even mind. Yeah. Anyway, leave comments below if you got any suggestions. If not, you didn't watch it, fine. All right. Thank you.